What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And y'all know I gotta talk about the young pup, Mark Robinson. 93 was out there versus the Panthers, had some plays, and I definitely liked what I saw. So, with that being the case, let's talk about it. But hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. That is 9-3 right there. Let's talk about the play, man. Play it in full speed. First, though, of course. And here he goes. Mr. Violence himself. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Alright, so let's talk about what my man Mark Robinson has on this particular play. So, since the Carolina Panthers are in their 21 personnel, meaning they have one running back, two running back, and a tight end, 21. All right, so that's their the personnel grouping. So obviously for the Steelers on defense, they're in their base formation. Okay, so with this for Mark, because of the alignment, he's going to be playing off of this front side A potentially, but he also has to track this fullback wherever he goes because he's naturally going to carry an extra gap. All right, now this nose guard, I believe this is Montravis. Montravis, he can win front side, but if he gets beat and he ends up being backside, he can't be wrong. That's where Mark Robinson ultimately would be the guy giving him the correction onto the front A. But either way, if play goes away, then Mark becomes the free defender and he's the chase player, all right? And that's ultimately in terms of how it's gapped out because we got the numbers right here, right? TJ would have the C. I think this is Loudermilk. He would be in the B right there. We talked about Mark would be in the backside A. If Montravis in the front side of A, then you got Tyson right there in the B. That's, I think that is Casey. I'm not actually sure. I can't really tell right here. But he would be in that C. And then you got Malik with the D gap right here. So as you can see, we still would have an extra defender right here. And that does not account for Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is obviously in the center field. All right. But the beautiful thing is this, man. When you look at what Mark is able to do in terms of his read, like I said, he has to track this fullback, right? Fullback carries an extra gap. So instead of him just coming downhill right now and running in this A gap, he doesn't need to do that because of the flow. Where is the track taking you? This back isn't coming downhill right now. This fullback isn't coming downhill. Both of those guys are doing what? What are they doing? They're taking an outside track, all right? But now it's not a toss track. It is still a downhill track, but it's definitely outside. So you're thinking more of a stretch type play, okay? So for Mark, that's why he has to track this ball the way that he does. Now from here, I like the fact that he tempos himself because he understands the ball is coming out here. But if you run out there first, that could leave a cutback lane. But he also understands that who does he have helping him on the backside? The free defender, Robert Spillane. So that is ultimately why instead of Mark sitting back here, he is tempoing the ball because you want to stay inside out, but he knows he's the force player, meaning his job is to send any run out here. He wants to send it back to the cavalry, okay? So from there, now you see him get low. And this is the thing I like because 64 is not a traditional fullback. That is an extra offensive lineman. They just dress it up like that because, I mean, you'd much rather put an offensive lineman out there than a little fullback, right? I mean, this dude is a big body guy. But the thing is, Mark Robinson, zero hesitation, reads it, nice power angle, same foot, same shoulder, more power, condenses the hole. And now, where are you running? Nowhere. That was a job well done right there. Doesn't make the tackle, but he makes the play. And that's what you want to see, man, because he read the ball, did his fundamentals, tempoed himself, and then was physical at the point of attack. And that's ultimately how you create a pile like that. And now you get a TFL for the team, man. So, like I said, man, really good job right here by Mark on this particular read. Tracks that fullback. Boom. Create a pile. Big time pile. I like that right there, man. Nice work by 9-3. Now, here's another play from 93, man, where, like I said, man, you could just see his instincts, his demeanor, and ultimately, man, his ability to go get it. Like I said, man, really liked what I saw with him. He didn't play a ton. I think he had, 7 plays total. But ultimately, he did some really positive things and stuff that I think he could definitely build upon going forward. And stuff that if you're Coach Flores or even Coach T, Terrell Austin, man, you're excited about what this guy brings to the table, man. So here he is. Let's play this thing in full speed. And after that, we'll talk about it, man. Shout out to Larry Ogunjobi too, who obviously makes the tackle right there. Did a breakdown of him as well, man, from this game. So if you have not checked that out, man, definitely go tap in over there as well. But for Mark right here, because it's once again base formation, and the Panthers this time are in 13 personnel, but they're doing it with the extra offensive lineman. So this is what I mean. So one running back, right? That's one. Now, how many tight ends? This is one. This is two. And this, my friend, is the extra offensive lineman that makes three. So that's why it is 13 personnel. One running back, three tight ends. Three tight ends. All right. So in contrast, or what that means for Mark on defense, since we are once again in our base unit, if the run is front side, meaning if it's at Mark, he's going to be in that C gap right there, okay? Because obviously you can see how TJ is gapped out. I cannot see it. I think this is Casey again, low key. Could be Evans. I could be completely off, but it could be whoever that is. So draw that right there. And then from there, you got Larry O right there. And then for Montravis, more than likely, if play is this direction, he's going to end up on the backside. So that will put Spillane on that A gap, right? Now, if play goes away, okay, if he gets flow away, now Mark has to get to this A gap, all right? At least that's what we're thinking. Or if Montravis gets reached, then you got Spillane coming down here, and then Mark will be the over top guy, okay? But either way, if play goes away from him, he knows he has to get on his horse and go now. So let's talk about what happens. First off, I like the alignment. We got 3x1, right? 1, 2, 3 receivers or 3 eligible people. Cheat your alignment over. You know why? Because you have the numbers. You don't, in terms of back on the backside, you have numbers over here. 1, 2, 3 defenders plus a safety. That's 4 guys, right? Versus 1 in terms of 1 offensive lineman, 2 offensive linemen, because this guy's already blocked up. So you typically don't have to worry about a lot of run action over there because you have the numbers, which is why I like the fact that Marcus cheated over so far, because that's what you're supposed to do. And you can see Robert Spillane reflecting that. That lets me know that he knows what he's supposed to be doing alignment-wise. But here we go. Does he get flow at him? No, he gets flow away. And he knows right now, this is his gap, this is his lane, and look at him going. He's going right now. And technically that's not his gap because like we talked about, he will be the over the top guy. But the thing I love is this, man. He's a playmaker. And because he sees it and reads it, he sees his line right here, former running back, he's going to get it. Now, the only reason why he doesn't make this play is 9-9. Larry Ogunjobi just being a hero, being a dope player in his own right. And he beats this guy across his face, and that's how he's going to get there to make the tackle. But if he doesn't, 9-3 is in perfect alignment for a major collision with 33. And I really wish I could have saw this thing, man, because I thought 93 was finna put a little hurting on him. But that's the beauty of 93 right now, man, in terms of just his instincts, in terms of his willingness to go be a playmaker. But it also is showing me in terms of some of the pre-snap alignment stuff that he knows what he's supposed to be doing. And that is key. If he knows what he's doing, you expand it. You put more on his plate. But it's got to be like this consistently, and I do like that, man. So we'll see what happens. But let's check out this last play, though. All right, now this last play from Mark just shows him in coverage. Like I said, didn't get a ton of snaps out there, but this is another good one where you could just see the smarts, the instincts, and the athletic ability. So here he is right here. He's matched up on the running back, right? One-on-one. So let's play it in full speed. After that, we'll break it down and stuff like that. All right, so with this, man, he simply has the running back in terms of the coverage element, right? And the thing I like is this: he's decisive. He doesn't wait on the running back to get on his side of the field and win the grass. He goes and eats up the grass. And why is that important? Because running backs are athletes, right? And typically at this level, they are more athletic than linebackers, or at least they try to be. So you don't want to allow these guys to get us in space one-on-one where they could just run and have all the field. So you want to condense it, and that's what he does from his once the ball is snapped, by just taking these steps into the line of scrimmage. Now, instead of Mark being back here and allowing this running back to have all this momentum, it can go here, it can go here. Nah, don't make it that hard on yourself. You creep up here. Now, where is he going? He has to avoid 92. He has to avoid 57. It's just a lot easier for 93 to get in phase with him and ultimately minimize his impact in terms of getting open. But then from there, doesn't panic, stays right where he needs to be in terms of inside out, allowing the running back to run the route. Because if you run this route for him, 30 could run an arrow route where they go out. I'll draw it up for you. The arrow route where they'll go out and then come across, or they can do a whip route where they'll come here, spin, and come back. All right. So it is good, or it is important for 93 to understand that and stay inside out on him. Obviously, the camera cuts a little bit, but you see how he finishes this thing, man. But like I said, man, for Mark, I do, like I said, like the fact that for him, man, he understands the little details about the position, the little stuff. Don't allow it to be a lot of space. Go eat this up. Go catch him on his side of the field, and now you got him. Like I said, not a lot of plays from Mark in this game, but the ones that he did have, I thought that he played really well in those. So, of course, you got to let me know your thoughts on 93, and if you like what you saw from him in his role versus the Panthers. If you want that role expanded this year or even next year. But either way, you let me know in the comment section, and I appreciate you for tuning in. So until next time, baby, peace.